Fame and Lies recommends that viewer discretion is strongly advised. This video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. What you're about to hear is not fiction, not speculation, and certainly not dramatized. These are the raw, unfiltered courtroom testimonies of 5 key witnesses delivered under oath during the high-stakes federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs on May 22, 2025. While select language has been edited to comply with YouTube's content policies, the integrity of their statements remains intact. Narrated directly from the courtroom coverage by Inner City Press on X.com, this is your chance to hear the full, uncensored story as it unfolded, from the first word to the final statement. All individuals mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Watch with caution, watch with curiosity. The 5 key witnesses are George Kaplan, Diddy's former personal assistant. He says he saw Diddy get violent with Cassie and Gina, was told to cover it up, and eventually quit because he couldn't take it anymore. Kid Cudi, real name Scott Mescudi, dated Cassie, claims Diddy broke into his home, scared his dog, and his Porsche was later firebombed. Believes it was revenge. Myla Morales is a celebrity makeup artist and close friend of Cassie. She testified to seeing Cassie injured after a fight with Diddy and helped her get out. Frederick Zimor runs a high-end hotel. He confirmed Diddy stayed under fake names and made strange, secretive requests. And Josh Croft, a Homeland Security digital forensics agent, retrieved data that may include messages, photos, or profiles tied to her time with Diddy. Now that you have some background info, let's get into it.
When did you carry cash for Mr. Combs?
$50,000 on his private jet.
Did you pick up cash for Mr. Combs?
$10,000 at Western Union from Combs Enterprises.
What long-term relationships of Mr. Combs were you aware of?
Cassie, Kim, and Gina.
Who was Kim?
Mother of his children.
Cassie?
Girlfriend.
Gina?
Another girlfriend.
The jet flight to Las Vegas. What was the layout of the jet?
4 chairs, a partition. I had a partial view over my right shoulder.
When you witnessed violence by Mr. Combs on Ms. Ventura, why didn't you intervene?
My career.
After the last glass breaking, what did Mr. Combs do?
He came forward. Cassie stayed in the back. He asked me to get creams to conceal the bruising on her face.
How did you pay for it?
Corporate, credit card.
Why did you leave Combs Enterprises?
I didn't think I should be covering things up like buying the witch hazel. Also, my father had prostate cancer.
Any of violence?
He threw things at Gina in the entryway of the main home on Star Island.
What was he throwing?
Green apples.
How hard?
Very hard. Later, I took the medicine bag into their room. Mr. Combs wanted me to leave quickly.
Then what?
I heard Gina at the gate and male voices.
Who?
Security.
When you left, what did you do?
I collected myself, then went to work for an integrated marketing firm.
Why did you go to work for Combs Enterprises?
He was an incredible entrepreneur. I have learned from him.
What did Brian do as COO?
Ensuring profitability of each unit. I was an employee when Revolt TV launched.
Tell me about it.
We were on the 6th floor of 1710 Broadway. Everyone was there. It was momentous. Diversity was important to Mr. Combs, specifically for African Americans.
What did Blue Flame do?
Marketing for Cyrock.
What is Diageo?
They own Johnny Walker and others. Mr. Combs set up a marketing entity for Cyrock.
Your job? What was it?
For example, Mr. Combs would say, "We are going to leave the house." He meant 3 to 5 minutes. I had a checklist for the bags and toiletry. It was a bad look in me if something wasn't in there.
There a binder near you? I can't read that.
It says Southern District.
I'm handing you something to refresh your recollection. Take a look at it as long as you want to. You ran an off-site training a graduate from Harvard Business School, also Kenny Burns.
I remember.
You were effective, right?
I worked hard.
I don't know how you'll answer. Was it good or bad?
Complicated?
He didn't need to yell at you when you brought 2 waters.
I worked hard.
Okay. Who was Biggie?
A huge rapper who unfortunately passed away.
Wasn't Biggie's birthday a holiday at Combs Enterprises?
Yes.
Was it a creative environment?
Absolutely. It attracted all kinds of creative people. Lawyers, musicians, advertising people.
You used a corporate credit card?
Yes.
How did Mr. Combs pay?
KK held his wallet with a Black American Express in it.
You have no reason to think he kept track of how baby oil was paid for? Or applesauce?
He loves applesauce.
On cheeseburgers?
On everything.
Let's talk about the plane. You heard glass breaking.
I didn't see it.
The incident with Gina. You walk into the house. There's a thin table.
I don't know.
You don't remember how a person could get out of the gate at 2 Star Island?
No, I just heard screaming and commotion.
Screams of terror terror or of how can I open this gate.
I don't know how to distinguish between the two.
He threatened your jobs, but did he physically threaten you?
No.
You talked about Kim Porter, how she was different.
His respect for her. They had incredible kids.
Thank you. When you set up hotel room for Mr. Combs and MS Porter, there was no baby oil, right?
Lotions.
You expressed caution about hotels. Why? You cleaned the room afterward.
Hotel staff could sell photos. Everyone wants a payday.
You sent him a photo of him and Kim Porter?
After she died, I was heartbroken for him.
You were close?
I invited him to my wedding. I didn't hear back.
At this moment, the defense objected, and everyone in the courtroom was surprised. Then they continued.
You respected him?
Yes.
What's this photo of?
Me, KK, and Mr. Combs at Teterboro Airport. He just got the jet. That's why there's champagne.
You're happy there, right?
It's that I was glad I had found the mascara in the back seat.
They found you and subpoenaed you.
I had to retain counsel right away.
At this moment, the redirect began.
Which incident shook you?
The plane with Cassie and the apples with Gina. I felt guilty I didn't do anything after the incident with Cassie on the plane.
But you didn't see any injuries?
People can be injured without injuries being visible. The tonality and tension with the apples he threw at Gina, it was troubling.
You told Miss Coram about both incidents?
Yes. And I told her I am unwilling to stand behind the behavior that I was quitting.
Did Christina say she would quit?
No.
How long did she stay after you told her?
Till recently.
At this moment, the government called their next witness.
We call Scott Mescudi. What do you do for work?
I'm an actor and musician known as Kid Cudi.
Who is this?
Cassie, we dated in 2011.
Who else was she involved with?
Sean Combs.
What did you know about their status?
That she and Sean Combs had some problems and they weren't dating anymore.
In December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home?
Yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5:30 or 6 a.m. She said Sean Combs had found out about us. She asked me to pick her up, so I did. Yeah.
Why she was worried? What was her demeanor?
Very stressed and worried.
Where did you go?
The Sunset Marquis.
Why?
I thought it was safe, off the radar.
Who else did you speak with?
Capricorn Clark, she sounded near tears.
What did she say?
That's Sean Combs in the car near my house.
At this moment, the defense objected, but was overruled.
You called Sean Combs.
I did. He said, I'm over here waiting for you.
When you arrived, what did the outside look like?
Pretty normal.
Any security cameras?
Yes, but I found out they weren't working, but the security cameras had been moved.
Did you move them?
No.
What did you see inside your home?
Gifts were open, some stuff I got from Chanel, and my dog was locked up in the bathroom.
How did you usually leave your dog?
I let him roam.
How long had you had your dog?
3 years.
What changes were behavior of your dog after the break-in?
Jittery, on edge all the time. I got back in and called Sean Combs again. I was looking for him. I wanted to fight him.
Did he answer?
Yeah, he said, I'm on my way. I thought to myself.
At this moment, the defense objected on the grounds of non-responsive and was overruled, and the judge told the prosecution to ask a new question.
When you saw Cassie, how did she seem?
Depressed.
Did you see Cassie in Connecticut?
Yes, she needed it.
Did Mr. Combs call you?
Yes, he hit me a few times.
Hit?
Called me.
What did you say?
That I didn't want to talk with him. He broke into my house, hurt my dog.
Did you and Ms. Ventura break up?
Yes.
What about your car?
My dog's babysitter called me and told me my car was on fire.
Where were you?
At a relative of my ex-girlfriend.
Where did you go?
To my house, 8925 Hollywood Hills Road. Let me show you 6 pictures.
Do you recognize?
My Porsche. That's the damage to my Porsche from the Molotov cocktail.
Who took these photos?
Chip, a good friend and collaborator.
What's depicted here?
The hole they cut in the roof of my car to put in the Molotov cocktail.
What was your reaction to your car being set on fire?
What the fuck?
At this moment, the defense objected, but was overruled.
Was the damage on your car present before the call from the dog sitter?
No.
Did you think it was accidental or intentional?
Intentional.
Where did you last see Ms. Ventura? At the Soho House. I'd reached out to Sean Combs and said, let's talk. This is getting out of hand.
At this moment, the defense asked for a sidebar. The judge said, "Do you have an objection?" The defense said, "Yes." And the judge said, "Sustained. Disregard and move on."
Who set up the meeting at Soho House?
D-Rock and my manager.
What was Mr. Combs doing?
Standing there like a Marvel supervillain, he said, "We were homies, that is my girl.
What did you say?
I thought you had broken up." Then Sean Combs offered me water twice. It was weird, Sean Combs being so calm.
What did Cassie say?
That we have fallen in love, things happened.
What did you say to Mr. Combs?
What about my car?
He said, I don't know what you're talking about.
I walked away.
Did you see Sean Combs later?
A few years later, also at Soho House, he said, "I'm just sorry for all that bullshit." I was surprised, so I found peace with it.
No further questions.
At this time, I want to ask you some questions about your Porsche in 2022-2012. I apologize. You get a call about damage to your vehicle. Any surveillance photos?
No, my dog's babysitter did send me pictures of the damage.
The DNA taken. Are you aware it came back being a female?
At this moment, the prosecution objected on the grounds of no foundation, and it was sustained.
Do you know there were DNA results?
At this moment, the judge allowed the question.
No,
Ms. Ventura told you it was over?
we just stopped talking.
You told this honorable court and this jury that she played you.
Yes,
She played you and you had no clue.
no clue.
In 2011, you went on a tour,
Yes,
65 locations.
yeah,
At that time, Sean Combs was an icon, fair to say?
yes,
You and Ms. Ventura had a sexual relationship?
At this moment, the prosecution objected. Then they had a sidebar, but then continued.
Mr. Steele, can I?
At this moment, the judge said, "No, you can do that on redirect."
Do you want to tell me something?
Sean Combs asked about me doing a song with Miss Ventura. 2010?
Thank you. You believe they, after your front door unlocked,
Yes,
no forced entry,
no,
just presence open, door in the bathroom? I'm not belittling, just asking. You called Sean Combs?
yeah,
He was calm.
yes,
You went to see him. You didn't think he had a gun.
I couldn't call it.
You are a strong person. That's how you categorize yourself.
This crossed the line.
Ms. Ventura told you she was abused? Yes. But she never said she was sexually abused. True.
She did not.
You loved her. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I did.
You got played by the same person who played Mr. Combs, Cassie Ventura. In the 13 years since, have you ever been notified in California that there has been any more action on this car fire?
No,
Did Ms. Ventura have multiple phones?
I don't remember. If I said it, I said it.
Do you know what a burner phone is?
Untraceable.
The trespass, you call it a break-in. Ms. Ventura told you she'd given your home address to Mr. Combs?
Yes, in the morning.
No more questions. Thanks.
No problem.
What did Ms. Ventura confide in you about abuse?
That he would hit her sometimes, kick her.
The day of the break-in? Was she carefree?
No.
What did Capricorn Clark tell you?
Sean Combs and an affiliate forced her into a car to come to my house. I called the police.
How would you describe Cassie that day?
Just really shook, him finding out about us.
Why did your relationship with Ms. Ventura end?
The drama, it was getting out of hand. I wanted to give space.
What drama?
The break-in, for my safety, her safety.
At this moment, the defense objected on the grounds of speculation, but was overruled.
Why did you have safety concerns?
Because I knew Sean Combs was violent.
At this moment, the defense asked the judge to approach, and they had a sidebar, and then they continued.
The meeting at the Soho House. Mr. Combs said, I don't know what you're talking about. About your car. Did you believe him?
At this moment, the defense objected, and the judge told them to rephrase the question.
What was your understanding?
That he was lying.
No further questions.
The judge asked if there was any recross, and the defense said no.
What's your name?
Mila Morales. I'm a celebrity makeup artist.
Do you recognize anyone you've worked for?
Sean Combs, in the gray sweater and white collar.
When did you work for Mr. Combs?
2000 to 2005.
Then who?
Rihanna.
Who else?
Jennifer Lopez, Cassie.
When did you work with Cassie?
2007 until COVID. She was like a little sister to me.
How much older than her are you?
A few years.
Did you see her with injuries on her face?
2010 Grammy weekend. Prince party.
Where were you with her?
Beverly Hills. I fell asleep in the room and woke up to a commotion. Cassie walked in, then Sean asking, Where the fuck is she?
What did he do?
Walked into the bedroom, shut the door.
What did you hear behind the door?
Yelling and screaming, both of them.
Then Sean Combs left. What did you see next?
Cassie. She had a swollen eye and knots on her head.
What did you do?
I packed her things up. We went to my house. Then my doctor friend came and examined her to see if she had a concussion.
What were you afraid of?
Sean, I feared for my life.
At this moment, the defense objected and said, "Move to strike," and the judge overruled it.
How long did she stay?
Days.
Have you done interviews about this?
A couple.
Were you paid?
No.
Did you provide evidence? Photos of me and Kim Porter, early 2000s? Were you paid?
$1,000.
No further questions.
Did you assist Ms. Ventura for any red carpet events?
Possibly. And some music video. Black and yellow.
We have photos 647, please. The goal was that she looked put together.
Yes.
These photos show your artistry. You reposted them on Instagram.
Yes.
You were in her hotel room, though you lived near.
Yes.
You met Ms. Ventura's family, her father.
Yes.
You called a doctor and a lawyer. The lawyer lives in San Francisco.
Yes.
You provided emotional support.
Yes.
You did an interview with CNN and with Extra TV, Don Lemon, Piers Morgan.
Yes.
Did Dateline reach out to you?
I don't look at those anymore.
Did you ask the government if you could do more? Look at this. So you asked permission to speak to Dateline.
Of course, I asked.
After the incident, neither Mr. Combs nor anyone from his company ever approached you.
No one did.
For a documentary, were you paid?
Therapy.
You sold the photos to CNN for $1,000?
Yes.
No further questions.
The judge called the next witness, Frederick Zemore, the general manager of L'Hermitage Hotel, L.A.
Why are you here?
I received a subpoena.
Are you familiar with the hotel's reservation system?
We have a system called Opera. We enter in personal preferences.
How long do you keep them?
They stay forever.
Who reserved this room for Sean Combs?
Ryan Lopez. Also, other names were used.
When was this profile first created?
2006. It said Sean Combs and Bad Boy Records. Then they changed it to Jackie Starr.
Let's look at 2011 to 2012. This reservation? What's the bill?
Over $2,000. It says only charge if Christina Coram approves.
What were the instructions?
Put the room out of service for cleaning. He likes the room hot. Set it for 75 degrees.
What are these complaints?
Candle wax on carpet. Security called. Charge. $500.
No further questions.
At this moment, the judge asked the defense for cross-examination, and they said none. Then came the next witness.
Special Agent Josh Croft. Where do you work?
HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. I extract data from computers.
What is your training?
The SANS Institute.
What does that stand for?
I don't really know. They are opaque in that way.
What tools do you use?
TX1 and Digital Collector.
Whose laptops did you extract?
Cassie Ventura. This is a MacBook Pro, roughly from 2010 to 2011, with a white case.
Did you boot it up?
I got to the MacBook factory default screen.
But you got data?
Yes. The hard drive had data not overridden by the factory reset.
What is unallocated space?
Something not viewable, something previously deleted.
Explain how computers store data.
You have a table of contents. A file can still be stored in unallocated space.
So on these 3 laptops, how were they backed up?
iTunes was used before iCloud. Some looks a little funky.
But you can validate the funky, as you say, data, by going to the raw data.
Yes.
Nothing further.
On one of the laptops, there was a Frank Black profile.
Yes.
Did you process every file?
Yes.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Frank Black, did you proceed under Ms. Ventura's consent?
Under warrant.
At this moment, the judge said, "No more witnesses. Jurors, I intend to release you early. Any objections? Don't read anything about the case. Go for a walk." Watch the Knicks avenge their game 1 loss, and you must tattle. We're making great progress. All rise. And that was the end of today for the trial.
This is real courtroom testimony, no scripts, no actors, just raw truth. From George Kaplan's shocking claims to Kid Cudi's firebombed Porsche, what do you think really happened? Drop a comment with your take on the Diddy trial. Do you believe the witnesses? Do you think this will change the music industry? Hit subscribe to follow every explosive moment in the Sean Diddy Combs case, from witness breakdowns to leaked court evidence and expert analysis. We've got more celebrity court drama, exclusive testimony recaps, and true Hollywood legal stories coming your way. Subscribe to Fame and Lies, where fame meets the facts and the lies don't stand a chance.